Good morning and welcome along to another Chris McPherson Show live watch along. We are getting set for a huge rivalry in English Super League this morning. It is, of course, Wigan playing host to St Helens at the Brick Stadium. And this is a game, well, it doesn't need any added spice, but it's got some anyway. The 99th clash between these two teams sees St Helens, after 6 losses in their last 10 games and sitting on the cusp of missing playoffs, they moved on from parted ways with coach Paul Rowley. Eamon O'Connell steps into the interim role, and now can a new coach sort this mess of a St Helens side out? And when we say mess, we don't say so in terms of they're languishing at the bottom of the ladder. They are just outside the top 6. However, it does come down to the fact of the expectations around this club and what you'd normally see from them. These guys are normally a contender, and they're not performing like one at the moment. So Eamon O'Connell's got a job to do, but Wigan will show them no mercy today. Their old rivals go toe-to-toe. Wigan welcome back in some key names. This is going to be an interesting one. Do they get the new coach bounce, St Helens, or will Wigan just continue to march on? In terms of where these two teams sit on the table at the moment, as I said, St Helens sitting just outside the top 6. They're in 7th as we stand. They can, with a win today, get themselves back up into 5th place. The Warriors, meanwhile, they are trying to keep touch with the Leeds Rhinos in front of them. They are 2nd on the ladder and chasing a top finish. Let's have a look at how the two teams do line up, as you can see there on your screen. Let's start with St Helens. Jack Wellesby away at fullback. Jacob Douglas and Lewis Murphy on the wings. Tristan Saylor and Jake Davies in the centres for St Helens. The halves will be Harry Robertson and Jackson Hastings. The front row, Jacob Host and Daniel Saluka Fafita. Jake Burns at hooker. Jet Cartwright, Shane Wright and Joe Shorrocks is the back row, with George Delaney, Alfie Sinclair, Tom Humphries and Matty Evans on the bench. And as I said, they are coached by Eamon O'Connell. For Wigan, they are getting back to very close to full strength here. They welcome back in Bevan French and Liam Marshall as two huge ins. So Jai Field at the back, Eckersley will partner Marshall on the wings, Adam Kieran and Jake Wardle in the centres. Bevan French and Harry Smith in the halves. Up front will be Ethan Havard and Luke Thompson. Brad O'Neill will be the hooker. The back row, Oliver Partington, Cade Ellis and young Taylor Kerr at lock. The bench, Sam Walters back in as well. Patrick Mago, Noah Hodkinson's back, and Shay O'Connor. It is looking absolutely bolstered. And as I said, they are close to full strength, which is ominous for many of their rivals. So not long till kick-off now. So not long, as I say, to kick off now as the two sides make their way out. They're all set on the pitch. I'm just going to fix up a couple of our settings here. We'll be with you in 1 second. Don't go too far. All right, there we go. Getting set now. Two teams, just a moment's silence for the passing of some members of the clubs. Great to have you all tuning in. Jump in those comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Jump into the conversation. Let's talk some rugby league, talk some other sports. The Commonwealth Games going on at the moment, just north of where these guys are playing in Glasgow. That's going ahead. Good to see the Aussies have already picked up 2 goals. Not long until we kick off. So a warm round of applause for the past members. The two teams make their way out onto the playing surface, ready for kickoff now. You'd have to think Wigan are warm favourites for this one, but as we've seen, anything can and will happen. Who would have thought that Toulouse would have lapped St Helens a couple of weeks ago? Jackson Hastings leading this side has a job to do. St Helens still missing a number of players, the key players. Set for kickoff. 7 on the trot so far for Wigan. One of the competition favourites, and understandably so. Battle of these two fullbacks should be absolutely cracking. Jai Field versus Jack Wellesby. As I say, St Helens coming in our 7th. Wigan are 2nd. And realistically, it is a race in 7 for the 6 spots. In the playoffs this year in the Super League. And we're underway now. St Helens get us moving. And Luke Thompson's going to charge it back towards the 20-metre line. He's met strongly and brought down there by Saluka Fafita. They'll work it forward now. Will Wigan with, excuse me, some footwork to the line, and up to the 30 they go with Havard. Now Ellis up to the 40 on tackle 4. Great to have you tuning in. Make sure you hit like on the video. They kick from inside the 40 on tackle 4. Long ranging kick. Awkward bounce there, tracking back for Wellesby. He does pick it up in the end. Inside his 10-metre line, and that's where he's pinned as Partington is involved in the tackle. Looking to work it out now. Murphy brings it forward. Now, continuing on. Bouncing their way up now with Saluka Fafita up to the 30 on tackle 4. And now the last run of the set is Jed Cartwright. He'll play it 42 out from his line. They go wide. Kick comes from Wellesby. Straight down the throat of Jai Field. He's going to go straight at them. Skips across the 20. Look to give it to the outside, but a good tackle in the end by Jake Davies. Drags him down 24 out from his line. 16 in from touch on the right edge. And work it forward now. Driving forward. The Cherry and Whites. Eckersley will play it on the 30. Now Liam Marshall. Good little scoot out of dummy half there. Picking up plenty of metres. Brad O'Neill up over halfway. He'll play it 43 out from the line on tackle 4. Thompson completes the set on tackle 5. Now I'll get out of dummy half O'Neill. French puts it to the air. Former Parramatta Eels flyer. And it's knocked on. I think we might have a knock on both ways here. First one, Wigan. I would suggest that a quick glance. That's exactly the way it goes. So St Helens play it 14 out from their line. Lewis Murphy brings it forward. He'll play it 18 out from the line on tackle 2, 15 in from touch on the left edge. Contact a little high there. I don't think it was intentional from Kerr. Just falling into it. Jacob Douglas. Taylor Kerr as Douglas lost his footing. Yeah, not much you can do in that one. But the owner's still on you to avoid it. Look to wind up and probably square him up, square in the sternum. The runner lost his footing just at the line. So Hastings will kick for touch. So opportunity here as they're up to the 30-metre line on tackle one. Swing it wide. Murphy tries to skip to the outside, realises he's out of space, so he carves back in. He'll play it 5 in from touch, 18 out from the try line on the left edge. As St Helens get the first genuine attacking opportunity of this match. So Luca Fafita brought down centre field, 18 out from the line. They don't pick up any metres on that tackle. Now they come across to Hastings. Out the back they go. Little show, little go. Wellesby steps past his opposite number in field and over he goes. St Helens get the first try. And the Saints draw first blood here through Jack Wellesby. We said he and Jai Field were the men to watch. And he gets the early bragging rights here. St Helens. They lead 4 points to 0 with a kick to come. Just simple hands. Hastings then he got to the outside of the bigger man. Sliding hard. Targeted that outside shoulder against Kate Ellis here. Smith had already overcommitted to the left. And he just got back to the inside with a little bit of deft footwork against Jai Field. Dots it down about 7 or 8 metres to the right of the uprights. So Hastings will be the man to try and convert. Just to the right of the uprights, as I said. Hits it perfectly straight through the middle. Hastings adds the extra 2. And St Helens lead 6 points to 0. Not the predicted start, but after 6 minutes, they've got the jump start. Do St Helens. So okay, deep and long here. Taken on the full by Murphy. Gives it off to Saluka Fafita. He's met there by Havard and a couple more. Partington in there as well on his 10-metre line on tackle 1. Try and work this out. That's right. They come across to the right after he plays it on tackle 2. And good metres through. Driving forward, Jacob Host, the former St George Illawarra Dragon. Now they're rolling St Helens. Harry Robertson up over halfway. The ball out the back, Wellesby. Kicks in behind. Just looking for a foot race here, Jai Field. Just trying to avoid taking it. Was hoping to take a little bounce over the sideline, but it doesn't, so he surrenders himself on it. 18 from his line, 2 in from touch. Eckersley now charging his way forward and will play at 27 out from the line. Kerr in at dummy half, gives it on. Liam Marshall. He's brought down 34 from the line and will play it on tackle 3. Get it out from dummy half for Adam Kieran. O'Neill in there again. Comes to Kerr. Kerr up over halfway. Does well to pump his legs up and he'll play this 7 metres into the attacking half. He'll come now to Harry Smith and he'll go high to the air. St Helens take it nice and cleanly there. Jacob Douglas. He's pinned on his back by the chasers, led by Wardle. Tristan Saylor charges forward. Back to Robertson, who's filling in at dummy half, and now Murphy. Met by O'Neill, Partington and Kerr. Almost up to the 30 now on tackle 3. Hastings takes a dart himself up to the 40 on tackle 4. Bring it across and They switched it out the back. A bit of footwork here, giving it on to Sailor. Sailor can't get the little flick pass away to his winger in Jacob Douglas, so they'll kick from 35 out from the line. Wellesby puts it to the air, testing out Jai Field. He takes it a metre out from his goal line, skips past the first chaser. Can't get past the next one. As Jake Burns is there and makes the tackle. Liam Marshall charges out and is met 15 metres out from his try line. That'll be tackle 2. Zach Eckersley up over the 20. He'll play at 24 out centre field on tackle 3. They come to the left. Driving them back, Robertson, Burns, Cartwright. Kerr tips it on for French. On the outside, they get a little bit of space here. Eckersley charging away, goes again to the outside, hitting the accelerator down the right. Sorry, Adam Kieran back inside for Bevan French. And French is going to run it around and get one back for Wigan. Great ball movement from the Warriors. And they're on the board, thanks to Bevan French. 6 points to 4. Adam Kieran had to tiptoe down the touchline, but it all worked out as French gets the opener for the Cherry and Whites. They trail by 2, almost 10 minutes gone here. Starting to warm up. You feel like both sides are just throwing some early punches as they feel each other out. 6 points to 4 with a kick to come for Wigan. Wonderful work. Just the simple hands. Kerr with the quick release. French drifting across. Eckersley accelerates outside of Hastings, draws in Murphy. And Kieran, beautiful work, does enough to engage Wellesby and puts French back in support. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to jump into the comments. Let us know your thoughts. Who's going to get this one? Who's going to get the win here? Let us know where you're tuning in from as well, around the country, around the world even. So Adam Kieran, the man, after tiptoeing his way down to set up the try, he will try the conversion from just to the right of the uprights, and he does indeed convert. And we're locked up at 6 points all. 10 minutes and 45 seconds gone. Kieran just so quick there. Past Hastings, diving in cover defence. And French accelerates away. So they go long here to the right edge, and Luke Thompson will bring it back. He's met strongly. Saluka for feeder. And Host in there, completing the tackle. And they bring it across, a little bit of width into the centre field. Played on tackle 2 here through Havard. We have a penalty there for a slow ruck. That's the last thing you want after you just conceded points, is to give away a penalty as you're trying to pin them in their own end. Goes against Jake Burns. His hand on the ball and delaying it unnecessarily. So touch is found on the 40-metre line. Kieran will take the tap, gives it on. They go a couple wide for Thompson. He's now brought down 48 from the line. Just the right of centre field. Work it across to the left now, and Havard is manhandled, I think it's fair to say, by Jed Cartwright. Go back to the right-hand side. Smith dropping Kerr underneath. Kerr's going to play it now on tackle 3. They're 6 metres into the attacking half. French. There's another runner with Partington. They're up over the 40. They're 37 from the line. Kerr out the back now for Smith. Short ball. Good footwork there from Field. Steps past 1, steps past 2. Can't get away from Jake Burns and Tristan Saylor, though, and we'll play it 22 out from the line. 16 in from touch. They go the short side. They kick. Putting it to the air, looking for Marshall. He goes up against Douglas. St Helens appeal for a penalty for him not contesting the ball in the air. Tackling the defender instead. Tell you what, that's a tough one. Well, they both went up for it. Both Douglas and Marshall. Marshall's arm just locked in as he went down. They class that as a tackle. They find touch only 20 metres out, so Saylor gives it on. Good extra metres after the contact from Host. He'll play 31 out from the line. Hastings for Saluka for feeder. Hit strongly by Havard. Ellis in there as well. 33 from the line on tackle 2. Kerr putting the pressure on, but the offload comes for St Helens. Now they're up over the 40-metre line. Shane Wright will play it. Sloppy ball. Shorrocks. He'll play it on tackle 442 from his line centre field. He'll go back and kick from inside the 40. Racing across there. Jai Field's got work to do. Does well. Picks it up just millimetres inside the touchline in the end. And we've got a knock on here from Field on the ground. This bobbles loose and hits the deck. His way through in the tackle. So almost 15 minutes gone and it is all locked up here, but St Helens now will have an opportunity. I'll start this set 13 out from the line, centre field with a scrum. So they feed it now. Burns out at the back, gives it to Hastings. The outside for Robertson. Robertson gives it on and into the corner goes Jacob Douglas for a second try for the Saints, and they lead 10 points to 6. It's a great response. Capitalise off the set piece. Douglas gets a try for them. And now Jackson Hastings will have a chance from out wide to extend their lead out to 6. That's Douglas's 4th try of the Super League season. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. We'd love it if you could hit subscribe on the channel as well. Help us to keep on growing. St Helens strike here. A bit of a silencing of the home crowd. It's been a tough last 9 or 10 weeks for St Helens. A win in this derby, though, could go a huge way to just giving them some confidence in this top 6 finals race. Let us know who you think takes it out. Make sure to vote in the poll as well. Jump into the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know your thoughts on what else is happening around the rugby league world. Jackson Hastings standing in the limited sunshine at the Brick Stadium. Hits it from out wide on the right. It's going to be close. Slides it inside that left upright. That's a wonderful conversion attempt. A successful conversion from Jackson Hastings. And that extends their lead back to 6 points after that try from Jacob Douglas. $12 points to 6. Almost 17 minutes gone. Back underway off the boot of Wigan. Murphy takes on the full, gives it to Saluka for feeder. He's met by Partington, Havard, and Kieran. And getting out of dummy half and working his way forward. Is Jake Burns. Robertson does well, getting to the outside, skips away Sailor. And dragged towards the sideline, finds the ground, and he'll play at 45 out from the line, 5 in from touch on that right edge. Now the game, Wakefield and Cass is locked up at 6-all as well, so nice tight one there. Almost 20 minutes gone over there as well. There's now Eckersley. Pushes his way forward. He'll play at centre field. 22 out from the line. Marshall takes a run up to the 30. The straight through the middle. And Neil gets out dummy half, goes to the right-hand side, and French for Partington. Partington gets dragged down by Hastings. He's 4 metres short of halfway on tackle 4. French across for Kerr. Kerr gives it on as well. Havard will play it here on tackle 5. Now Smith will go to the air. Testing out Douglas, who does well. Not only takes it, but skips past the first 2 defenders trying to wrap him up, and is eventually dragged down just short of his 20-metre line by Kate Ellis. Then they swing it wide. Sailor on for Murphy. Murphy's chopped down by French, 22 from the line. 14 in from touch on that left edge. They go the short side here, and a little fumble in the end from Jake Davies. Bevan French ends up with the football. Swings it across now for Harry Smith, who dances back, beats one, beats Tristan Sailor. Almost spins out a tackle at Jake Burns, but can't do so. Sailor comes again with Saluka for feeder. Can play it here. Centre field. 26 out from the line. Now Kerr takes it forward. That's the ruck too slow, so they'll get the penalty here on the 20-metre line. No. Offside inside the 10 metres, so it's actually going to be 14 metres out from the line. O'Neill takes the tap. French gives it on. A little bit of confusion, so he just has to take himself into the line. He'll play it here, 15 out from the line, just to the right of the uprights. George Delaney onto the field for St Helens. As Havard plays this on the 10-metre line, 5 to the right of the uprights. French going at the line, gets it out the back for Smith. Ball on here, well taken. It'll show a little go from Wardle. Can he get to the line? No, he's brought down 1.5 metres short. He's got 8 in from touch on the left-hand edge. Smith on now for O'Neill for French. French looking to get them to the outside, gives it a beautiful floating ball. Tantalising teasing. The defender came up, tried to intercept it, but it hits Eckersley on the chest and he scores out wide. 10 points to 12 with a kick to come. This is game on. It is a seesawing encounter. Make sure to jump in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from around the world. Eckersley gets his 20th Super League try for the season. Also vote in our poll. Who gets the win? Is it going to be Wigan? Is it going to be St Helens? It's going back and forth at the moment. Beautiful ball play here by Bevan French. Just spotted that the defender was up and in and just floats it wide for Eckersley. Will score about 3 metres in from touch on that right edge. Great to have you tuning in. Jump into the comments. Let's chat anything. Rugby league, sport more broadly. Let us know what you're up to on your Friday night or Saturday morning, depending what part of the world you're in. As this storied rivalry has another chapter. Adam Kieran will look to convert this from out wide on the right. Sits second in the leading point scorers on 188 points for the season. Well, this about 3 metres in from touch. 24 back. Comes in, hits it with the right boot. It's on line, inside that right upright. And the kickers are on today. 12 points all. 22 minutes gone. Maybe should I jump into the comments? Let us know what your thoughts are on how this one's going to play out. Who's going to get the chocolates? Goes deep. French takes it. Gives it off to Thompson. That's a good tackle, Saluka for feeder. Just puts him on his back. They come across and they'll work it forward with Partington. Defensive line speed for St Helens is great there. They're up and in their face. Now getting out and across. Havard will play it 23 out from the line. O'Neill out of dummy half gives it off. That's a lot better. Think about the offload there. Decide better of it. As Harry Smith with a little dart, show and go. Bumps through one, gets through another. He's dragged down from behind by Shorrocks. And I think he's just lost that. Tried to play it too quickly, and that's exactly what the referee says. He's coughed it up. 12 all. Great to have you all tuning in. Love it if you hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel if you love your rugby league content. Plenty of Super League, NRL, NRLW content coming your way each and every week here on our channel. So St Helens with a scrum feed here, 35 from their own line, and they work it forward. Partington with good contact there, putting Jake Davies down. Now Saluka for feeder. Going forward, goes into Thompson, Kerr, and one more. And play at 43 from the line. Delaney up over halfway. Going the attack now, Robertson. Drifting, gives it on. They cut out wide now to Douglas. He gets the ball back inside to Robertson. He's chopped low by Marshall. That'll be tackle 4, sorry. Now they come across. Wellsby to Hastings. Hastings goes one wider. Shane Wright will play it now, 25 out from the line on tackle 5. Hastings floats it up into the air. Robertson bats it back. Saylor will be the man. No, he bats it on again. And Bevan French comes racing. Picks it up. Thought about as he slid onto his back trying to get the offload, but Saluka for feeder arrived. Now, good dart out of dummy half there for Kerr up over the 40. Okay, Ellis gets into dummy half and Liam Marshall rolls forward over halfway. He's 5 metres into the attacking half. Now Thompson storming off the back fence is chopped down by George Delaney. Centre field, 34 out. They keep marching forward. Patrick May goes out there now. He goes forward. Now O'Neill catches the markers, napping on tackle 5. Realises it is tackle 5. French kicks it in behind, looking for Eckersley. Eckersley will have a double here. Beautiful work there from Bevan French. Brad O'Neill got him on the front foot on tackle 5, then saw it to French. French realised the defence was up and in, but he couldn't get the pass away. He just floats it over the top, uses the pace, height, and ability of Zach Eckersley to get a third try for Wigan, and they lead 16 points to 12 with a kick to come. Certainly plenty of try scoring in this one after 26 minutes. Great to have you all tuning in. We'd love it if you hit like on the video. Help us to keep growing this platform. The more likes and engagement we get, the more we feed into the algorithm, the more we can cover. Pretty simple mathematics from that point of view. Always enjoy it when you get engaged with us as well. Jump into those comments, have a chat, talk anything rugby league or sport more broadly. It's the whole reason we're here. Not just to call the game, engage, be part of the conversation. Latest from Wakefield. "24 minutes gone, still locked up at 6 all, it looks." So Kieran now from out wide on the right-hand side again. Similar position to his last kick. This one's even closer to straight down the middle. 3 from 3 for today, Adam Kieran. And Wigan lead 18 points to 12. Make sure to vote in the poll as well. Let us know who you think gets the chocolates here. Is it going to be Wigan? Is it going to be St Helens? Wigan on top for the first time today. This is the first time they've led. 18 points to 12. 27 and a bit minutes gone. Castleford have just crossed in Wakefield as well. They lead 10 points to 6 with a kick to come. Patrick Mago charging back off the kickoff. Sam Walters also on. Oliver Partington is wrapped up there by Shane Wright. Now Luke Thompson. O'Neill out of dummy half. Shapes right, comes to the left. Models will play it 4 metres short of halfway. They kick. Finding space on the turf. Rolls back and just pulls up just before the try line, and Murphy will pick it up and take it back into the shoulder of Partington, and Mago. Kieran's there as well, and they drive him back a couple of metres. He'll play it 13 out from his line. Working their way forward now through Davies. They played on tackle 2, 19 from the line. Douglas. Sailor now takes a little dart out of dummy half. Accelerates well off the mark, picks up another 10 and will play at 34 from the line where he's dragged out by Thompson. Hastings decides to take a run on tackle 4. Interesting choice. He'll be brought down the 5th and last. He's 45 from his line. Go back to Wellesby to kick. Sends it towering to the air. A little awkward for Field. He loses his footing as he takes it. Back to his feet and running back at the defensive line. And then coming forward is George Delaney, just chopping him down. 21 out from the line. Now the man with 2 tries to his name, Eckersley. Jake Burns. He might have collected the back of Eckersley's head there, and he comes out spinning and clutching his nose. Marshall. He'll play it on tackle 3, 35 from the line. Now they work forward with Ellis up to 4 short of halfway. They bring it across now. Smith gives it on. Field. The outside Marshall. Batted back on Marshall's kick. And I tell you what, Jack Wellesby did well there not to get drilled into touch. And will, in the end, actually get a penalty for high contact. Almost 30 minutes gone. Great to have you with us. Make sure to hit like on the video. Vote in the poll as well. Let us know who you think wins this one. Will it be Wigan? Will it be St Helens? And jump into the comments, guys. Love it if you can. Just let us know where you're watching from or who you're cheering for. Now, ball comes loose there from Matty Evans, and the referee's going to say it's a strip, so another penalty here. Luke Thompson locked in on the ball, trying to get his teammate to release the tackler, or the tackled player, but doesn't do so. So, St Helens kick for touch. Now, Tristan Saylor will take the tap from the 40. Forward they go now with Delaney up over halfway. Robertson dropping a runner back underneath in Host. He's up to the 30-metre line. Host plays it on the 30. They shape to go open side. They go short side. That look. Did that go backwards from Robertson? It's a little questionable, but they go with it. Robertson now takes a run. Thought about getting the offload, but he's brought down by O'Neill, Thompson, and Mago. That's tackle 5 there, 13 from the line. Shorrocks now rolled in behind by Wellesby, and then French picks it up. Almost gets through Shorrocks, chases him down just short of the 30. And they're coming off the back fence. They swing it wide here. An ad-lib footy from Wigan. Give it to the outside now with Marshall. Up over halfway, almost the attacking 40. Harry Smith in a dummy half here. Gives it on. Sam Walters. He's brought to ground. 35 out from the line. Thompson now getting on the front foot. They've got St Helens backpedaling here. And they've got 6 more as well. Let's tackle 2. Now, Ellis for Mago. Spins through the first tackle. Host slips off him and comes again. They play it 10 out from the line. O'Neill probing. They get 6 more again for inside the 10. Thompson. He'll play it on tackle 1, 4 from the line. Just in line with the left upright. Wigan turning the screws here. Smith realises nothing's opening up, so darts back infield, and he's brought down by Shorrocks and 1 more. That'll be tackle 2. They come to the right. Nothing presenting, so Ellis just shuffle steps. Now French gives it on. Kieran thought he could get it out wide to Eckersley. Does he? He does, but has gone forward. Eckersley wasn't far away from getting a hat trick. But not to be in this situation. Adam Kieran just couldn't control it. As he went to throw the pass, just knocks it forward. And 33 gone. We can stay on top for the moment. Speaking of on top, Wakefield Trinity have pulled level 10 all with Castleford at Wakefield. About 10 minutes ago there as well. And now Douglas plays at tackle 1, 14 out from his line. Saylor takes a good run forward. Play just to the right of centre field, 25 out from his line. Hastings get outside of dummy half. He'll take a run as well. Marcus didn't look all that square, but play on, says the referee, and so that's tackle 3. Now they're working their way downfield and wide, and Mago is the one that completes the tackle. On Host, he's 4 metres short of halfway. Robertson, nothing presents, so he decides to take one forward. He'll get just into the attacking half here on tackle 5. He's 2 metres over halfway. He'll come now to the right with Hastings, who goes to the air. And test out Marshall here. Marshall is up to the challenge. Little bobble there, but he hangs on to it, Marshall. Now Eckersley gets past 1. Can't slip out of the tackle of Hastings. He'll play it on his 30-metre line on tackle 2. Work it forward now through Kieran. Almost up to the 40-metre line. O'Neill getting out of dummy half, looking for runners. Bring it across field to the left. Up over halfway, and that's where they will play it with Walters. Ellis gets the flick pass out the back with the offload. Dryfield appealing that he was taken out off the ball. So Matty Evans in a world of hurt here. The young gun. So he's going to go off for HIA attention here. So potentially down to 15, St Helens. Jed Cartwright already ruled out. Now Matty Evans is off for HIA, and he looks like he's in the wars here. Got a penalty as well for taking off the ball, and Wigan suggests that they will take the penalty goal attempt from 30 out and 23 in from touch. So try and extend this lead out. Wakefield Trinity converted their try. They lead 12 points to 10. So Alfie Sinclair on for Matty Evans. That means we've seen 3 of the bench players already for Saints. Unsurprising when they're down 2 players. That's just going to make it so much tougher here. So just under 5 minutes remaining until half time here. Great to have you tuning in. We'd love it if you hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel if you love your rugby league. It'll help you stay up to date with all of our content that's dropping each and every week across the NRL, the Super League, and the NRLW. So Kieran from 35 back. Waves it, waved away, and it goes dead just to the left of the uprights. So it'll be a 20-metre drop out here. With 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go until half time. Great to have you tuning in. Jump into those comments. Let us know where you're watching from. You can vote in the poll as well. Let us know, do Wigan get this done? I mean, it's a depleted St Helens now. It looks like they could be down to 2 on the bench already as Patrick Mago brings this back from the 20-metre dropout. Come across. They shift it wide to Thompson. He plays it on halfway on tackle 2. And he let a dummy half for Smith, for French. Dummies bounces out of the first tackle and comes back, and Delaney wraps him up. 39 out from the line, 20 in from touch on the right side. Ellis. It's the dummy. They sit a couple of defenders by it. Picks up another couple of metres and plays on the 30. O'Neill out. Smith on. Oh, that's an awkward pass in behind. Towed forward there. It'll be Wigan ball. It's a loose pass out the back. Douglas getting through, just tried to tow it forward, but ends up kicking it out on the full. I think it was Delaney putting the pressure up behind Douglas, but might have been Walters that threw the pass out the back door. The work now through French, giving it back to Kieran underneath, who bumps off the first defender in Sinclair. Now we've got an obstruction against the team in possession in Wigan. Against Patrick Mago for an obstruction. So now, instead of Wigan being on the attack, it is St Helens starting this set right near halfway. Go forward and they'll play it 5 metres into the attacking half on tackle 1. Offie Sinclair plays it 7 metres in the attacking half. Harry Robertson probing forward. Nice little bat on there for Tristan Saylor. Saylor now 23 out from the line, 10 in from touch. They go on the rampage here on the right-hand side. Host for Saylor, back for Douglas. Douglas bouncing around. Scored the second try for St Helens. He'll play it on the 20-metre line, 20 in from touch. Sharks gets it away. Now it comes to Wellesby. He's strongly met there by Partington. He'll play it 10 metres out from the line on tackle 5. Hastings just floats a little kick up for Harry Robertson. And Robertson, did he get that down? It was tight. I think he might have just got it down. The referee points to the spot. And against the run of play a little bit at the moment. They get one back, St Helens, in the shadows of half-time. 18 points to 16 with a kick to come. And less than a minute to go till half-time. Great to have you all tuning in. Don't be shy. Jump into the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know how you're spending your Friday night or Saturday morning, wherever you are. And as we say, hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel as well. Help us to keep growing this platform. Need one more subscriber to hit 1,700. Well done here. Let's have a look at the replay. Robertson getting up. Oh, I don't know if he has got this down, to be fair. I don't know if they've got conclusive evidence to say he hasn't got it down. Looking at the replays, I think Wardle's got underneath him and stopped the try here. Speaking of tries, Wakefield score again. They lead 16-10 with a kick to come. Heading towards half-time there. So the referee had awarded initially, but now it's gone upstairs. That's never a good sign. As they review the grounding. So Wardle does well, getting underneath and just holding him up. Marshall helping out late. So it will be held up. So interesting times. So no try. So the score back to 18-12. So the interesting piece now is that looking at the live ladder with these two results, you've got second and third both leading their games. So if that stays the case, depending on margin of victories, they will remain second and third and will actually pull level with Leeds Rhinos on the table for the time being. Leeds, of course, still have a clash against Bradford on Sunday night UK time as Patrick Mago marches forward here with 30 seconds to go. Gets the offload away to Thompson. Now Wigan are rolling forward. Adam Kieran bumps through one tackle, can't bump through the next. Ball out the back. Ball went back and replayed now by Partington, 42 out from his line. 15 seconds remaining. Trying to slice through Kate Ellis. He's dragged down. This will be the last play. 6 seconds on the clock. They come to Jai Field. Bounces through. Tristan Saylor drags him down, and that will be half time. 18 points to 12 at the break. It's been an enthralling end-to-end game of rugby league so far. St Helens got tries through Jack Wellesby and Jacob Douglas. Jackson Hastings 2 from 2 conversions. Bevan French got a try for Wigan, as did Zach Eckersley, getting 2 and 3 conversions from 3 attempts for Adam Kieran, but was unsuccessful with a penalty goal. So at half time, it is 18 points to 12. Wigan lead in this rivalry match. We'll take a short break. We'll rejoin you with the second half in about 10 minutes or so. I'm looking forward to seeing you then. Big thanks to all of you who've tuned in. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video and subscribe on the channel. Of course, vote in our poll. Jump into the comments. We always love to see the engagement. We'll see you soon. Well, welcome back as we get set for the second half here. 18-12 at the break. Great to have you tuning in. Now, Wigan get us back underway. Oh, is that a knock on from St Helens? No, they're going to say it's gone backwards from Murphy. Oh, that would have been nervy for the travelling fans. No, they will go back and say it's a knock on from Murphy. He might want to challenge this, but I'll tell you what, it's one of those tough ones. Landed behind him, so I won't probably use a captain's challenge at this point, I wouldn't have thought. That's tough. That is tough. Way to start the half. So now, Wigan on the attack straight away to start this second half. Kieran feeds it. O'Neill out the back. Bevan French skips to the outside. Oh, does he bounce? Does he reach? It looks like he bounces. They'll send it upstairs here. It'll be interesting to see whether they send up as a try or no try. Sending as no try. They're saying that he's promoted it. I think he did, but I think Bevan French tried to make it look like he didn't, if that makes sense. My, oh my. 18-12. Just extended his body. He didn't really extend his arm. Yeah, so it'll be a double movement. He used his legs and core to drive himself forward. Just couldn't resist. The line was so tantalising in touching distance. So it remains 18 points to 12. Wakefield Trinity lead 24-10 early in the second half against Castleford. They're getting on top. Now St Helens bring this out from their own end. George Delaney will play it. Tackle one. Just 20 metres out from his line. Didn't really capitalise on getting that penalty and going downfield a little bit, relieving pressure. Now Shorrock drifts across field, gives it to Host. He's picked up and taken backwards by O'Neill and Thompson. He'll play it 29 out, centre field. Robertson for Shorrocks. Shorrocks reversing, trying to get to ground. He does in the end, and he'll play it 6 short of halfway. Robertson across. Delaney goes into contact, and he'll play it 3 metres short of halfway on tackle 5, centre field. Hastings will kick and send it downtown. Field lays it off for Marshall. Marshall comes back. He's met by Burns. Alfie Sinclair and one more. Now Eckersley, I mean, he's already got a double. He's dragged down by Shane Wright, just short of the 40. Adam Kieran comes charging off the back fence, gets a quick roll, and away they go here. O'Neill up, picks up 15, 16 metres, gets the offload away to Field. Field, a little dummy, goes back across the grain, skips through one tackle, accelerates. There'll be a race to the corner here between Field and Wellesby, and they do drag him down. Wellesby gets a hand to him, and then Douglas comes across too and drags him down a metre out from the line. They're going to get a penalty here. I don't know. He's just pointing it back. He's saying he was in the in goal. Play it. 9 out from the line. They swing it across now. Havard will take a settler. That's tackle 5. They go back to the left of the short side. Smith for Field. Swings it back centre field for French, who's sweeping around. Rolls the grubber in behind. Oh, is there a knock on there? Is that 6 more? There will be. It was played out by the boot no matter what. So 6 more tackles here. They start it with Partington, 12 out from the line. Now Thompson storms forward. He's right in line with the left upright, 3 metres from the line. They swing it to the left. Not a lot offering, so Harry Smith ducks under a couple of tackles and squeezes his way forward. He'll play it 5 out from the line, 4 to the left of the uprights. Away comes Havard. French, short ball, storming through a gaping hole. Is Oliver Partington. He gets a 4th for Wigan. There will be no denying that one. And they now lead 22 points to 12 with a kick to come. I bet the work there. Originally defensively to hold up Jai Field. And then the 6 more after the fumbled kick retrieval. Bevan French does well. He's just so dangerous, draws in 2 defenders, and that leaves a big hole for Partington. The outside. Wright couldn't help himself. He had to bite in. Davies held out and left a gaping hole. 22 points to 12 with a kick to come. Wonderful to have you tuning in. Jump into those comments, guys. Let us know where you're watching from. Back-to-back weeks of try scoring for Oliver Partington. So 22-12 with a conversion attempt to come from Adam Kieran. Closing the gap on Jake Connor at the top of the leaderboard for the point scorers. He's 12 behind. He's 12 in from touch as well. He's only brought it back 18 metres this one. He hits it. Makes no mistake, and it is now 24-12. And the home fans are up and about here. And for St Helens, the news is not good. Down 2 players on their bench. Jed Cartwright and Matty Evans both ruled out for the remainder of the game. Evans failing his HIA at half time. So, I've only got 2 to work with there. Tom Humphries yet to be used. Tristan Saylor gets us back underway. Jai Field races out and takes it on the full. They decide to shift the point of attack away from where St Helens have sent the kick and send Havard down the left. He's back on for Patrick Mago. That's a 3rd change for the Cherry and Whites. As Kate Ellis takes it up to the 30 here on tackle 2. Now, they work it through Walters. You see him back on deck for them as well. Up over the 40. He'll play at 42 out from the line on tackle 3, just to the left of centre field. March down through the middle here. Noah Hodkinson, one of the young guns to watch out there as well. Shifted across now. French gives it to the outside to Field. Kieran. Eckersley. Eckersley skips back inside. Gets the ball inside for French. He's dragged down and will be held up in the in goal. What a wonderful work there by Shane Wright defensively. Not quite sure how he's managed to hold him up. Oh, it's going to go upstairs for a review here. I can't see how it could have been a try unless Bevan French is saying that he got some grass. Oh, a potential penalty try here. Jackson Hastings maybe a pullback on Bevan French when they're shoulder to shoulder. I think it'd be hard to say it's a penalty try considering that they still had a player in the region there in Shane Wright. So Hastings has clipped French here. Penalty try is a big call though. A professional foul. Jackson Hastings is going to go to the sin bin. So Wigan will have a one-man advantage for the next 10 minutes. Jackson Hastings knew what was coming. He was already making his way off, and the referee called him back and said, no, let me explain. So Jackson Hastings will go to this in a minute. Will not be a penalty try. But what it will be is another penalty to Wigan. And Wigan go on the attack here. Kieran takes the tap. They push across to Havard. He's chopped down by a good tackle to Host. And play it, tackle 1, 10 metres out from the line. Now Kate Ellis driving his way forward. He's brought down 3 metres out from the line, 1 metre to the right of the uprights. O'Neill, short ball. They try and just barge through the front door. Now they'll play it 2 out from the line. Centre field, O'Neill, awkward pass for Smith, and he knocks it on, but there'll be a penalty against Joe Shorrocks for reaching out and slapping the ball, playing the hand of the dummy half. That's not against Shorrocks. It's against Host. Tell you what, I don't know that he did play the hand of the dummy half there. I'll take the penalty shot here from 10 out right in front and just extend their lead out to 14 points. But that's a tough one for mine. That's a really tough one. He pushed at the shoulder. He's just pushing out at the player. If that player then turns and goes into him and he hasn't reacted like that and got himself into that position, well, his coach is going to absolutely have him and tear him a new one. So, yeah, that's a tough one for mine. Adam Kieran lines up his 6th kick of the day. He's 4 from 5, just the 1 missed penalty goal, 4 from 4 conversions so far. Almost 10 minutes gone in this second half. Slots it from straight in front. 14-point margin now, 26 points to 12. Eight minutes 15 that longer that St Helens will be down a man with Jackson Hastings in the sin bin. Because of that, there'll be absolutely no rush to get down and get this kickoff done. They'll just chew up some time as Wakefield are now starting to hit the accelerator against Castleford. They lead 36 points to 10. So Wakefield Trinity running away with that one. Tristan Saylor will get us back underway here. Sends it long down to Bevan French, who gives it to Patrick Mago, who wind up back at Daniel Saluka for feeder. And Delaney, and he's wrapped up. They can't get him to ground there on tackle 1. Now Wigan, a little awkward one. Came off the shins of Marshall and bounced up for him. I'm going to say forward pass, though, the pass to him. Dear. I'm not sure that is a forward pass, but nonetheless, it is what it is. It was an ordinary pass, that's for certain, so he's paid the price. Harry Smith. So now St Helens with the scrum feed. That looked forward to me, to be fair. And that exactly is called that way. That is diabolical. You down a man, you get an opportunity to attack, and off a set piece, you throw a blatant forward pass. And Robertson gave it here, and Jack Wellsby just threw it. Jacob Host was standing in front of him. He'd be a coach. Welcome to head coaching, Eamon O'Connell. St Helens getting confused by what they required at a scrum. They didn't have a halfback. They don't need a lock as Kieran gets it to Wardle. Wardle goes forward, and they're rolling now again. Shay O'Connor's out there now for Wigan, which will be the 4th of their interchange players inside the last half an hour. Speaking of interchange players, Walters runs over the top of Robertson there. They're up to halfway here on tackle 3. Now they swing it across. Tristan Saylor, that should be 6 more. Definitely got a touch on that. I'm going to say Wiggins knocked it on first. May well have done. Will they challenge it? No, they won't. Let's have a look at the replay. Bevan French, yep, knocks it on into Tristan Saylor's right hand, and Saylor then knocks it forward into Jai Field. Good choice not to challenge it. That ball goes into the scrum. Wellesby feeds it. Comes across now to Saylor. He had to drop back for it, so he'll take it forward himself. He's dragged down on tackle 1. He'll play it 7 metres into the attacking half. Robertson goes on a little scything run. Chopped down. There's a half appeal for a crusher tackle there. Incidental contact though by the look of it. There's drifting and running across field here. Just trying to find something is Wellesby. Harding goes a little high. Not a lot in it. Shane Wright wants Harding to be put in the sin bin. That seems a bit excessive. Just swung the arm, slipped up over the back and just collected him, but I wonder if there'll be any HIA implications for Wellesby. Saluka Fafita goes forward. Plays it on tackle 1. 23 out from the line, 20 in from touch. Now Delaney, met strong. There's a good tackle by Patrick Mago. Pins him on the 20. Centre field, tackle 2. Wellesby across for Robertson. Robertson decides to grub her on tackle 2. It's grub it on again. Somehow, after the toe forward from Jake Davies, Robertson picks it up and we'll have tackle 3 there. 5 out from the line, 4 in from touch. Jacob Host now driven towards the sideline, backwards by a handful of Wigan players led by Walters. And 9 out, 5 in from touch on that right edge. The ball goes through the hands of Shorrocks. He has to pick it up again and get it onto Saylor. Saylor drifting across is chopped down by his opposite number in Bevan French. He'll play it there on tackle 5, 12 from the line, 15 in from touch. I think they realise that it's tackle 5. They get it away now. Saluka Fafita. He might need to kick at this rate. No, he gets it away to Robertson. Robertson kicks it in behind. Marshall tracking back and he'll take it in the field of play and manage to stay in the field of play. Wasn't well read there by St Helens in terms of dealing with it. Now they try and bring it out through Wardle. They go the short side here. Played out quite well for them with Walters. He'll play it 16 out from the line. Wakefield has scored again. They lead 42-10 against Castleford. Castleford, I don't think have come out of the sheds at halftime. Eckersley already has 2 tries to his name. Up over the 30 here, and he'll play it 33 out on tackle 5. So with that margin, Wakefield will actually leapfrog Wigan with the margin what it is here. So live ladder would be Wakefield 2nd, Wigan 3rd. As Murphy brings this back and is chopped down by Partington. Saylor in a dummy half, and the defence, Havard, shoots up on right. Jackson Hastings, less than 2 minutes remaining in the sin bin. They've only conceded 2 points, Wigan, St Helens, so they'll be happy with that. Tristan Saylor cuts through, dragged down. Last lunge defence there by Havard. Oh, what about that? Bevan French just chopping George Delaney in half on tackle 5. And go to the air here from the boot of Wellesby. It's a bit of a midfield bomb. It's allowed to bounce. No one really wanted it. And Tristan Saylor races forward, as does Tom Humphreys, who's on now for St Helens. And they pin Jai Field. 10 out from his own line. Marshall goes into Saluka Fafita. Eckersley out to the 20-metre line on tackle 3. They get a penalty here. Leg pull, slowing down the tackle from young Tom Humphries. Just 18 years of age out there. Adam Kieran says we'll kick for touch. Thank you, sir. Still 24 minutes to play here. Plenty of time for a few more twists. Kieran takes the tap. Gives it on to French. Then Partington. And they work it through the middle with Havard. Bumps off Saluka Fafita. He comes again with the help of Wright. I'll play it 39 out from the line on the attack on tackle 2 here. It's given off now for Mago from Smith. Humphries trying to hang on for dear life. He's giving away probably about 50 kilos in weight. Humphries looks like he's barely 65 kilos ringing wet. French drifts across field. Field gets the ball, skipping back in. Beats 1, beats 2. Fends off a 3rd. Comes again to Bevan French. Nothing really presenting, so French goes back to the centre field. Gives it inside the field. He'll skythe his way through, but he's chopped down from behind. We'll play it 2 out from the line in line with the right upright on tackle 4. Oh, my goodness. They had a 4-on-1 overlap, and they somehow passed the ball to the one defender. But he was offside. That is an absolute get out of jail from Wigan. They actually had 6 on 2. 6 on 2. And they somehow passed it to the one wide defender. That is diabolical. Luckily for them, he was offside. But it's not like him being offside was the only reason he took the intercept. Like, he was standing there. And he just threw it to him. Shay O'Connor now. He'll play it. O'Neill out from dummy half. Comes, throws it to no one. What is going on here, Wigan? Go to Bevan French, who's dived on by Wright and Hastings, who's back out there. Just a reminder that St Helens have lost Jed Cartwright and Matty Evans for the remainder of the game. It's down to 2 on the bench. Now they get Field to the outside, gives it on, gets the ball back inside, skips past one, skips past another, gives it to Smith. Kicks in behind for Partington. Oh, Oliver Partington, if you don't mind. He'll have a double too. Harry Smith with a pinpoint kick for Oliver Partington, and passing isn't working, so let's try kicking. They lead 30 points to 12. No kick to come. Easy as you like for Oliver Partington there. So, live ladder. I think that will put, if we can kick this, they'll jump back in front. That's how seesawing this is at the moment between second and third. So 30 points to 12, 20 minutes remain. Kieran from 3 metres to the right of the uprights, 10 back. He hits it, extends their lead out to 20 points. Partington gets his double. Might well be his first career double. It is indeed. He scored last week as well, though. So back-to-back weeks for Partington. He's got 3 tries in 2 games. First time in his career he's scored in back-to-back games as well. Bad news for some... Is that George Delaney getting some treatment to a shoulder injury as well? That'd be absolutely shocking news if he went off. It's going to pull things up, the referee says. And he's hurt his shoulder tackling Shay O'Connor here. Very innocuous. What a tough injury toll they've had there now. Looks like down to 1 on the bench. And just Jake Burns remains on the bench for them at the moment. On tackle 5, we can go to the air. Well taken there by Wellesby. Well, this is just absolutely hammered with injuries, this St Helens squad this year. And this adds to it today. You can see the wind's been taking out their sails. What little bit was left in it as Humphreys comes across now. Shorrocks trying to do the heavy lift. They're down by 20. Work it across now, and Hastings will kick here on tackle 5. Bringing it back is Marshall. Good run there by Liam Marshall. Play at 36 out from the line now. Eckersley up over the 40. Already got a double to his name. He's wrapped up here by Humphreys and Wright. Bump their way forward, and Havard trying to get the arm free. He's up over halfway. He's 3 metres into the attacking half, and he'll play it now. O'Neill out of dummy half comes to Mago. Mago goes at Humphreys, and a couple more come in to help out. Humphreys down low. Now they work it across French. Kicks in behind. There's no winger at home. Foot race here with Kieran. Sits up for Adam Kieran, and he'll slide his way to the line, and they'll get another try here. The gates are starting to open. 36 points to 12 with a kick to come, and there's still 17 minutes to play. $36-12. Kieran gets a try. Now he'll try and convert his own try. Only got 16 points today. Talks about him closing in on Jake Connor before. His added points are all going to help. Connor's Rhinos still do have to play Bradford later in the weekend, though. So Kieran, 6 from 7 today. 16 minutes remaining. 8 in from touch. Slides it inside the left upright. I thought it was going to drift across at first, but it stays on line. Bevan French comes from the field. They'll ice their star. $38 points to 12. They led 12-6 at one point, St Helens. And very much a question of back to the drawing board for this St Helens club. They kick it wide here. Field takes it, gives it to Patrick Mago. 15 minutes to go. Wigan have managed to get themselves, I think, back to second on the live ladder, although Wakefield Trinity are continuing to rack up the points at their home ground as well. This is really a race to the second spot at the end of the round, I think. Well, unless Bradford can spring a massive upset. Wigan just work their way forward here through Walters up to halfway. Very slow ruck there. No one at dummy half. Oh, they get 6 more for that. That's outrageous. There was no dummy half there, so it wasn't actually impacted by the bloke lying in the ruck. Come on, sir. They get down a dummy half here, and Wigan are just marching forward at ease. Patrick Mago will take it inside the 20. Kerr in at dummy half. I'll play it, go forward now with O'Connor. O'Connor will play it 6 out from the line. 20 in from touch. They go the short side. Kerr decides to just go himself. He's brought down a metre short of the line. I'll swing it across now. Smith. Cut out ball to the knees of Jai Field. He drifts across. Nearly tricks himself. Somehow beats one, beats another. Rolls it in behind into the in goal. Will it pull up for them? Oh, they're going to force a goal line dropout here. Everything they touch turns to gold at the moment, Wigan. Douglas couldn't do much of that. That had absolutely no right of earning a repeat set. Jai Field, he slipped over, found his footing again and drifted across field, just grubbed it in behind. Somehow got the weight right on it, and Marshall makes the tackle. Even that, the kick chase, Jai Field just missed tackling Douglas. Goal line dropout comes deep and bounces around, and well taken in the end by Hodkinson, who's out there. He'll play it on tackle 127 out from the line. O'Connor takes it centre field. He's brought down on the 20-metre line, midfield. Line with the uprights. They go to the left now with Mago. It'll tip on for Havard. He tries to get the ball free, but he'll be wrapped up 12 from the line. 5 to the left of the uprights. They go the short side here. Jai Field gets it to the outside. Walters hangs on for grim life. Make sure he stays in the field of play. He's 5 in from touch. He's 3 out from the line. They swing it across field. Takes it sliding to his knees, and he tries a step that could best be described as something you might see on a dance floor. Havard gets the offload away to Kerr. Kerr racing through the middle. Dragged down in the end by Wright, who's probably been one of the best for St Helens, just turning up all day, and Kieran will knock that on, and there will go that attacking opportunity. 12 minutes to go. $46 points to 10 is the score over at Wakefield. Big game next week. Another top 6 battle for Wigan. They'll take on Lee. And they'll have Toulouse and Bradford before they head home for Wakefield and Hull KR. So some big top 6 clashes over the next 5 weeks for the Wigan Warriors. There's 13 points differential as Wakefield get another try to make it 52-10. 13 points differential between these two sides, Wakefield and Wigan, at the start of the weekend. And that will, with a 42-point margin, that will definitely have Wakefield back in second. As we get to 11 minutes to go here, and working the way forward is Wright up to the attacking 40 on tackle 5. He'll play it there. Sailor, 15 in from touch, will go to Wellesby, who just rakes his way across field. He drifts all the way across, throws the ball back inside, but it's gone forward, and then it's been knocked on by Jai Field. Jack Wellesby trying to do it all on his own here. Captain's challenge here. So St Helens are challenging that has gone forward from Jack Wellesby. I mean, they've called it as a knock-on. I would have called it a forward pass, but nonetheless, let's have a look at this on the replay. 10.5 minutes to go. Might have been touched by the St Helens player, to be fair. He might have lost it backwards, but I'm going to say that he hasn't got control of it there, if that's the case. Ten and a half minutes to go here. This one's certainly not going to come down to the wire, nor is the other game today. So it looks like they looked forward to the knock-on of Jai Fields. It looks like it may be a successful challenge. So St Helens will get another opportunity here. Need a miracle from here. Burns comes on for host. Robertson feeds it. Humphreys across to Hastings, out the back now, and Wellesby. You feel he's going to be their go-to. Now they swing it across here. Hastings gives it on for Sinclair. Humphreys out for Hastings again. Short ball. Saluka for Feta. He plays it back 4 metres out from the line. Robertson skipping across is wrapped up in the end by Wardle. Kerr comes along and helps out, as does Walters. And I'll play it 9 out from the line, 10 in from touch. Saluka for Feta takes it 4. They got a 6 more in there, so that'll be tackle 2. Now, Hastings across, cut out ball going wide. Murphy up and over. The sliding tackle in cover defence, and they get one to buffer the margin a little here for St Helens. Something for the travelling fans. And it is Lewis Murphy who gets the 3rd try for them. And it's 38 points to 16 with a kick to come. Beautiful ball playing there on the inside. Jack Wellesby just weighted it perfectly. Did enough to draw in Hodkinson, who was on the wing. Jackson Hastings from well out wide here. He's pushed it across the face, so it will remain 38 points to 16 with 8.5 minutes remaining. So back underway here. Taken by Sailor on the full. Oh, huge shot there, Partington. Just absolutely rattling. Alfie Sinclair. Try scoring Murphy takes it forward now. Now Saluka Fafita. He's met by 3 defenders. Havard. Partington. Ellis was in there as well. Now Robertson sliding his way across field. Beats the tackle of Walters. Comes back against the grain. Drifts towards midfield where Havard drags him down for tackle 4. He's 6 metres short of halfway. Hastings. Short ball. On now. Work it forward with Wright. Up over the 40. They're 38 out on tackle 5. They go to Hastings, who kicks it from 35 out from the line. He puts it to the air for Jai Field. Takes it uncontested. 10 out from his line, and then he's dragged down by Harry Robertson. Now they go to Liam Marshall, who is clipped low. We'll play it 15 out from his line on tackle 2. Work their way out now with Noah Hodkinson. Now Wardle, that's a good strong tackle underneath by young Tom Humphries. Marching forward again here, the Warriors. Kate Ellis will play it. Tackle 5 on the 40-metre line, and they'll kick from just inside their 40. Backtracking to take it on the full is Jacob Douglas. Gets up over the 20 and then comes into contact with O'Connor and Havard, and he'll play it on the 30-metre line here on tackle 1. Goes across to Murphy, who cuts back with a big left foot goose step. Wright gets out of dummy half and goes straight at Taylor Kerr. He'll play it 3 metres short of halfway. Humphries looking to uplift the tempo. Gets out of dummy half and they march forward up over the 40 here. They'll play it there through Sinclair on tackle 4. Hastings gives it off to Shorrocks. Shorrocks will be brought down by Walters. That'll be tackle 5 here. About 14 in from touch. 25 out. And Wellesby will go to the air with his left boot. Jai Field racing forward. Tristan Saylor grabs it, bats it back. Try and find another option here. Wellesby out the back to Hastings. Hastings goes for the banana kick here and well taken by Adam Kieran, who bumps through the first tackle. He's going to get into a foot race here. Can he find some pace back inside? No, he can't. Oh, what about that effort? That is huge. Wright was taking that for all money, and Oliver Partington came from the clouds to take that. Slid through and dived on it. Up by 22 points in that sort of effort. That is absolutely outstanding from Oliver Partington. And one of their best today. Havard will play it now on tackle 3. Now working their way forward. Playing it will be Sam Walters. Now Kade Ellis. He plays it on the 30-metre line, centre field. They go to the left. Shay O'Connor. Up to the 20. And he plays it there. Tackle 5. Cut out ball from Smith. Wardle. He's happy to just take it into contact, and with 4.5 minutes remaining, they'll pin him in the corner and try and keep them there. Castleford strike back in the Wakefield-Castleford game. They trail 52-14 inside the last 5 minutes. As Jacob Douglas runs this one out, and he'll play it here on the 10-metre line. 15 in from touch, and a good strong run there from Davies. He'll play it just over the 20. Humphries gets out, gives it to Shorrocks. Shorrocks drifting across field, gives it back inside. Wellesby running against the grain. He's got support inside and out. He decides not to use either of them. To be fair, they both had players hot on their heels, and so he goes down to ground here. Hastings in at dummy half. Tristan Saylor, hands on. Murphy grubbers it in behind. Eckersley gets it off. Away they go here. Wigan now going the other way. Harry Smith will play it on the 20. 10 in from touch. Hodkinson almost tripped himself up there. He's getting too fancy. Shay O'Connor's in a world of hurt in back play. Getting a HIA player injury or neck check, actually, it looks like. I'm sure on the collision that well, there's been glimpses from St Helens today, but it's been tough. They're down to one on the bench. I know they've lost Cartwright. They also then lost Matty Evans. George Delaney went off recently. So Wigan fans up and about with plenty of vigour. We're back underway here, which is good to see. Inside the final 3.5 minutes. Wardle takes it forward. He'll play it there to Kerr. Luke Thompson back on the field. Kate Ellis takes it up and over halfway here on tackle 5. Harry Smith gets to the outside, Jai Field. Wardle toes it in behind here. Well cleaned up there by Jack Wellesby. And he'll be chopped low by Marshall on his 10-metre line. You feel like these two sides mostly going through the motions with a little touch of touch football about it. They might try a little bit of razzle-dazzle, but there's already enough injuries that no one's going to try anything too wild here, I don't think. As Robertson gets the ball to the outside to Davies, who'll play it. That'll be tackle 3, 24 out from the line. They swing it across now, a couple of passes wide towards the centre field. And then Jake Burns just ducks under one tackle, but Thompson grabs hold of him and drags him down. Now Humphreys. They go across using the hands. They grub it in behind here from Wellesby. It'll find touch. I wouldn't be surprised if neither side's in a huge hurry. We're going to be happy to stay up tempo with 2 minutes remaining. But him and O'Connell, I think he can take some positives from this in his first game in charge. And in the meantime, Wigan will continue to ensconce themselves in the top 3. St Helens fight for players' football. The pressure will build. So Wigan now through Walters. 1.5 minutes remains. Ellis plays it back to Kerr, who gives it on. Havard. Score still 52-14 over at Wakefield. So it will be enough at that point if the scores remain the same. To lift them just by a minor margin of 3 points of for and against up above the Warriors on the ladder. So tackle 5 here, 50 seconds to go. Harry Smith's just going to throw the lottery ball to the air. Coming through. Eckersley knocks it back for Thompson. Can't get the ball free. They want 6 more here. Referee says no, it's going to be a handover. But with 33 seconds remaining, neither side's going to be barreling out to do too much here. Luke Thompson just dragging the clock down as much as he can. They do play it eventually with 23 seconds on the clock. Murphy will take a run here. They'll wrestle with him. They'll drag him. They'll hold on to him as long as they can. He'll play it now with 15 seconds on the clock, and he's 8 metres out from his line. Kerr comes flying through, putting a shot on. And with 8 seconds on the clock, they'll now Robertson. He'll get chopped down low, and he'll be in no hurry to get up. The full-time hooter will go. It will. That will be full-time. And it is a 6-3, 38-16 win for Wigan. A double to Zach Eckersley, a double to Oliver Partington. Tries to Adam Kieran and Bevan French. Adam Kieran, 1 from 2 penalty goals, 6 from 6 conversions. Off St Helens, Wellesby, Douglas and Murphy, the try scorers, 2 from 3 conversions for Jackson Hastings. Hastings also spending 10 minutes in the sin bin. That's full time here. Big thank you to you for tuning in. We'll see you again soon on another of our live watch-alongs. But that is us signing out for your Friday night or Saturday morning, depending where around the world you are. Make sure if you haven't already, hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, and we'll see you soon.